that belief or that stereotype that Chief Meach has talked about an old boys club when it comes to chiefs?
Well, I don't know if it's so much an old boys network anymore. I think that there's quite a few women chiefs, especially from the territory I come from. We have a majority of women who are chiefs now, so I don't really think it's an old boys network. But I would concur with some of the comments that there has to be accountability. When there's reckless regardment of our financial situation, there are laws in place. Chief and councillors are in a fiduciary obligation to their members as well. You're held in a very, very high standard when you're elected as a chief or a councillor, and because you're managing the funds on behalf of your community, on behalf of the members, you have to ensure that you manage those funds appropriately. And there are laws out there right now that currently exist that are punishable. So I think that people are fed up. Our membership is fed up with what has happened in our community. It's not the first time this has happened, and they want to see drastic action taken. And we have a resolution from 2 community meetings where the membership have spoken and have mandated chief and council to see that this stops, and that if criminal charges are warranted, we will be taking this to the police, and this has to stop once and for all.
Yeah, it takes a whole community to raise a community also. Byrne, if there's one last comment that you want to add here about Chiefs accountability and where it should be going.
Yeah, there's many facets to that accountability, but I'll focus on one, and that's communication. Communication is probably the easiest thing to undertake within a community. And people ask, well, how do you do that? Well, first of all, you can have open band council meetings. You can hold at least a minimum a monthly community meeting. You can send out newsletters. You can use the various tools that are available now. Obviously the internet. You can use social media, Facebook, Twitter. All these things are an excellent source of opening up the accountability, transparency. If you have the luxury of having a website, community website, posting simple things like expenditures or salaries of chiefs, the honorariums that they earn, and the council, things like that, really go a long way and lessen the strife that seems to pop up.
Yes, especially in this electronic world, there can be more communication taking place. I hear you. We'll throw it back on that word to Matt Thorson, our social media expert, to give you, the viewer, last word on this topic. Take it away, Matt.
This week we posed the question to our viewers: what makes a good chief and what makes a bad chief? Many went online to tell us what they thought. Miriam posted on her Facebook page, "A great leader should own the least materials in their communities." Kevin posted, "A good chief gives, but does not take from his people. A humble person with sober thoughts, a person who is accountable, reliable, and trustable. Someone who is there for the people, not just for monetary values." Catherine tells us, "A good chief would be someone with integrity, values, ethics, a strong belief system, and to live that life, not just say it." We welcome and appreciate your comments. Be sure to check us out online on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Cheryl?
Excellent, Matt. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank our guests for joining us here tonight. Chief Wilfred King. We have a Byrne Christmas in Toronto, and Marilyn Kershane here in Winnipeg. Thank you all very much for being with us here tonight.
Thank you.
APTN in Focus, I should say, will be back again next Wednesday. The